What's up, everyone? Today I'm bringing you a brand new product. This is a first for the channel and a first for me. This here is the Turbo Attax by Topps, and this is the Formula One edition. So this one in the 2024 year celebrates Formula One Turbo Attax's 5th year anniversary. So I am a huge Formula One fan, as you can see by my Piastri shirt. The race today didn't go so well for McLaren, but I'm glad that we got an exciting race because of the safety cars and then the pit stops and whatnot. So I'm excited to open this. This is going to be a first for the channel. So let's crack it open and see what's inside. So right here, you can see there are 3 different tins to collect. So the first one is the red and the white, and then you have the 5th anniversary special edition. In each tin, there are 66 cards, and there should be 6 limited edition cards. I'm not sure what to expect for the exclusive cards. Cracking it open, we can see we get this 5 years of F1 Turbo Attax pack, and I think this is the limited edition one, right? Let's see. I believe so. So let's open this one last. I want to open up this mega pack first. So this is the 66 cards. Let's see what we get. I'm so excited to open up more types of trading card games. As Pokemon, definitely it's great because Pokemon has the market and you can check the price of every card that you ever pull from these packs very accurately. But with Formula One or even like soccer or football, these are those are harder to track, right? So this one is actually going to be I have no idea what the price for these are, right? I'm just opening it up for the love of the sport and love of the cards. So let's see what we can get here. So I'm gonna kind of go through these and then we can walk through them together. So yeah, as you can see, these are not packaged as well as the Pokemon cards because some cards are upside down and some cards, are right side up. So I'm gonna open all of these and then I'll chat a little bit about my favorite ones. Right, so if you've been following F1, this is actually pretty interesting because it's the meme mayhem. I'm not sure what this means, but Sergio Perez definitely got memed in the 2024 season. He got the contract for Red Bull. He kept on saying that he got the renewal, but the truth is at the end he was dropped by Lawson and replaced by Lawson. My bad. So yeah, I think it was pretty funny. F1 is definitely a very meme-heavy sport, and I'm glad that more people in the U.S. are now starting to get in on it. Right, Max Verstappen, he won the race today. That race was such a great race. Like honestly, you rarely get these races where he dominated, right? But people still really enjoy the race because there was so much action going on. We're fighting for the remaining podium spaces as well as in the midfield and towards the back of the field as well. So I actually don't know a lot of these F1 people like this one, Joseph Maria Marti, right? So yeah, I'm not so sure about these, but the good thing about some of these cards is that you actually get a description in the back. So let me see if I can find one. Yeah, so it looks like these ones don't have it, but it is what it is. It looks like there are also stats in the bottom, and these you actually get these strategy cards. So it looks like maybe this is a game that you can play. I'll have to definitely look into it. This is a lot longer than our usual video because there are 66 cards, and there's still one pack that we have to open over there for the rare cards. Yeah, definitely. It seems like some kind of game because that one you just got a +2 stat right there. So, Kick Sauber. Well, let me know in the comments if you also follow F1. My favorite team right now is definitely forever will be Ferrari. That's just because I'm basic. But this year, I'm actually a huge fan of Piastri because he came onto the scene and he just started to dominate. And he's still dominating, which is just so great to see from a rookie. Right? Yeah, you can see how I don't really like spinning these. But it looks like at least everything is right side up. Max Verstappen. All right. Sprint Superstar, as you can see. So I think there are different series, and as you can see, like in the back, like the shiny chrome reverse hollows are like definitely peeking out. But I'm not 100% sure of the rarity. If you do know, let me know in the comments, okay? I really want to get into this one as I really like the sport, and I know that there's so many cars out there. I think there's also like this hobby light box and like qualifying laps, podium pass, like a bunch of these different collections. All right, Charles Leclerc. This is a nice one. Winner circle. Look at that. Is that the Monaco flag? Wow. I'll put that one aside because I really like it. Sprint Superstar again. So I think we got 2 of these. Gear Shift Glories, Yuki Tsunoda. We get another Charles Leclerc public service announcement. Nice. I think we're going to get into the fun stuff now. Look at that. Topps Award Carlos Sainz. Wow, look at this. Like these print quality is pretty amazing actually. Like it's a nice matte finish, but you can also see like the print on the guy's face is just crisp. It's like a photo. Look at that. Pretty nice. Put this one aside as well. Now we get the Visa Racing Bulls. So this one is called the V-Carb. And then this one is also shiny as well. I'll put it on this side. Then we get the Haas MoneyGram F1 team. They've definitely been struggling, but it's great to see at least an American team on board in the grid. It is just very, very nice. The Carlos Sainz again. I think these are not the same. The radiance is a little bit different, right? Williams Racing, definitely a legend. We have Stars of Tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, so you can see Zane Maloney. And let me know if I'm pronouncing any of these wrong. Here we get Topps Award Max Verstappen. Amazing. He's just so on his game right now. He's doing so much with a car that it's just like, maybe it's not midfield, right? It's still fighting for the championship, fighting for podiums, but it's just not the Red Bull we know from 2023, 2022. Like those are just super. That car in 2023, I think, is just so dominant. Mercedes. Right, we get Sergio Perez. So I'm not sure, right? Like, so Sergio is not on the grid for 2024. 2025. But you know, he's still around. So maybe, you know, there are rumors that Cadillac or Audi is going to pick him up along with Danny Ricciardo. So I'm actually really curious to see what happens in the next season. And yes, Gabriel Bortoleto, he is on the grid this season for 2025 with I believe Kick Sauber. So yes, definitely a future star. Yeah, that's the team I was talking about, right? And then we have a pink one. Okay, so I think these, with my limited knowledge, these are called parallels, right? So you have different colored border parallels, and these are kind of like the different rarities, like the all arts of the Pokemon world, if you will. It's really cool to see this in this pack. Right, so I'll put the parallels just on the bottom here. And then we have Alex Albon, 100 Club. That is defense, and I agree with this. Albon has been great in many situations as a defensive driver. Then we get Lewis Hamilton, the legend. 7-time world champion, and hopefully he can get his 8th with Ferrari, or who knows, maybe he'll go to a different team. Maybe the team that of the colors I'm currently wearing. Nico Hülkenberg, I think this one just a reverse hollow. You can see his name is hollow. Right, and then we get getting towards the end here for the normal one. So Alex Albon, Pierre Gasly, and we have Carlos Sainz. All right, the next one is hollow. Wow, okay. So signature style. So I think this is not a signature, like it's not a real signature, but just look at this effect on the card. It's like a camo, and you got the matte finish, and you can see the flag, right? It's shiny. It's not the same texture, and the signature is the same texture as the card, but then the Lando Norris photo there is shiny as well. Wow, this is just an amazing card. I'm gonna have to sleeve this one up actually. Okay, 100 clubs. This has like a nice black texture, and if you look at it, like just right there, you see that rainbow sheen? I don't think this is on the other ones actually. Yeah, there's no rainbow. So this one is actually like, it's got a different texture to it. So I'll put them side by side so you can see. Immediately, the 100 clubs jumps out on the print quality. That's amazing. See, this is why I like to explore cards that's outside of Pokemon, because you can see so much more, and this just shows you like the good thing, the things that Pokemon are doing that's great, and things that Pokemon are doing that's not so great. For example, one of the things that immediately I felt with these cards is the cardboard stock. It's just so substantial, and it's not easy to it's not easy to bend, it's not easy to crease, which is great. Pokemon cards, sometimes if you try to put them in the sleeves wrong, they would crease and they would chip. So these, it looks like, the sharp corners definitely is a red flag. Maybe when you try to put it in the sleeve, it's going to chip. But the cardstock itself is definitely very not prone to creasing. All right, so let's open up our next one. So for these packs, I'm not using my scissors because these are super easy to open. And that's one of the things, right? So like Pokemon packs are easy to open, but they're not this easy. Like this is like almost like a paper, like a wax paper kind of texture. All right, so let me flip this over. Wow. Another cool print quality. All right, sorry, print pattern. Let's go through these, our usual Pokemon style. Oh, one stuck here. And yeah, if you know about earlier Pokemon cards, Pokemon used to have a series, I believe 2 or 3 series with Topps, and those cards are pretty desirable right now. And a papaya, that's pretty funny with the papaya on the back, but yeah, nice print quality, nice frame, nice hollow effect. And then let's open up this one, so it's a little bit sticky, right? Esteban Ocon. And then last but not least, Yuki Tsunoda. Well, I've cleaned up all of the cards here, and I want to show you guys all of the series that I was able to get from this pack. All right, so first off, of course, we're going to start with Meme Mayhem. So these ones essentially are like kind of what the drivers are known for, right? So here, the Tire Whisperer, Smooth Operator, Max Podcast, and Hülkenberg. So that is generally like what these cards are about. These print qualities is quite nice as well. It's got the nice matte finish on it as well. So here, next, you have the team duels, right? So these are teammates in this 2024 season, I believe, yes. And these are definitely going to be your collector items because these teams sometimes they change so quickly, right? Like for example, this year, you got Max, Lawson, then Max and Tsunoda. I think there might be like another one coming up because Tsunoda isn't doing so well, but you catch my drift, right? So like these cards are definitely very sought after for their collectability to commemorate the moment that these two are teammates. And then you have epic moments. So basically, I think these are just big moments in the race or like any part of the weekend. And then you got strategy cards right here. So this one is Rainmaker. You got the turbocharged. So these ones are like the horizontal cards. So these essentially are just cool car shots. And then you have Gear Shift Glories. So I think these are also car shots as well, horizontal. And then you have these two. So Team Principal, I have this one, which is James Vowles. And then you have this kind of just a top view of the car for each team. And then we get into the qualifying masters. And then you have these, the sprint superstars. So they are the sprint winners, definitely. And then the most common cards that I've definitely seen in this pack are these hero cards. So these are just essentially the drivers' cards that you can see their faces, their stats, and like their, I don't know what this mile means. Let me know in the comments below if you know what that means. And then we have this one, which is just the shiny variants of the driver card. So you can see the names are shiny. And then you get into the epic moments. And then you get just different variations, right, of the drivers. And then you get this public service announcement. I'm not 100% sure what this is, but I think these are just famous quotes that specific drivers have said. Could be funny, could be sad. And then you have the winner circle. So these ones are definitely going to be generated for folks that have won in that particular season. Okay, so these definitely will be sought after. That's why you can see they're in sleeves already. And then you have these team cards, right? So they're just a hollow variant of the team cards. I haven't gotten any normal ones, so I have to assume that these are just going to be hollow. And then you got Stars of Tomorrow. So these are going to be F2 drivers or F3, depending on, of course, the card that you get. And then you get Race Winner. So this is like a special card for the race win for Sergio Perez. And then you got Legend. Obviously, there's multiple legends in this sport, but yes, Lewis is definitely a legend in this particular year. And then you get Topps Award. So I did just notice that these two cardinal signs are different, and the hashtags are different, but it looks like the rating and the star and the hearts are the same. So who knows? Maybe this is just a different variant. And then you have the Max Verstappen. And then now we get into the limited edition ones. So this is specifically for this 5-year pack. So these are just limited edition cards with like different kind of different colors, I think, on the bottom. And then you have like these canary yellows, and then you have a papaya, which is so fitting for this particular ones. So I think this is limited edition. So this actually says here limited edition 14. So I don't know if this means that like this is like 14 limited, or this is the 14th of this limited edition series, like the 14th card, but the edition is still unknown. And then you have the signature series, right? This one is my favorite by far, and then the 100 Club. So of course I could have missed some. Definitely this is not. This is my first time opening it, so I'm definitely going to be missing quite a few. But hopefully I can do more of these in the future, so that way we can see all of the cards that are available. All right, so that's all of our cards here. This tin for me, I bought it for $25 on Amazon. I do think for what you get, this is a great value, especially if you're a fan. You can get some of these rare cards. Maybe you will get one of those, like, I think one-of-a-kind cards as Topps do. But none of these, as far as I know, are actually limited. So I would definitely have to double check, but I don't think these are limited. So they're great fun to collect, and they're great. They have great artwork, especially like these parallels. Oh, this parallel. The pink is so nice, especially like this pink is like kind of like the Alpine team pink, but this guy is definitely not Alpine. So maybe if you get one that matches, right, it will be such a rare thing. But yeah, you can see I just did find one here. So yeah, this is definitely another variation of this one, which is kind of like the base. Well, that concludes it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below any suggestions you might have. I love seeing those. I love replying to comments. So please do take the time to like and subscribe as well. I'll be posting full-length videos every weekend. Hopefully, I can make it 2, so like 1 per Sunday and Saturday. But if I can't really make the time for it, I'll definitely be sure to prioritize making 1 video. Thank you so much once again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.